Thank you, colleagues. This is another one of those issues that is rather contentious for some of us. You know, the pathway to citizenship in the state of California and the United States, for that matter, exists. There is a legal process that one goes through to become citizens, like my grandparents, my grandfather from Russia, my great-grandmother from Poland, my grandmother from Canada. They came to this country like many of the hardworking immigrants that we see that we're talking about today to find a better life for themselves and for their families. But I still have some concerns. One, we have a MediCal system, a healthcare delivery system that is completely dysfunctional in the state of California. And while I'm very proud of serving on budgets of 3 where we made the recommendation to raise those fees that were cut dramatically back in our Great Recession, what we pay our physicians to take care of the most vulnerable populations through our MediCal program is still so substandard that physicians won't sign up to take the plan. Many times they'll see patients, many of our humanitarian physicians, and it'll cost them more money to bill MediCal than they're going to get back from MediCal, and certainly we appreciate those humanitarian gestures. But we also have to be very careful not to be hypocritical and show favoritism to people that are not here legally at the expense of people that are here legally. One of the bigger issues that is going to be voted on in this legislature, in this legislative session, is reinstituting a state version of the individual mandate. Now, I could understand if we wanted to impose this on wealthy people to ensure that we have appropriate premiums through our covered California. But no, what are we doing? We're charging $695 to the lower middle class and the working class citizens of this state that are already living paycheck to paycheck. When will we recognize that our citizens that are here in the country, in the state of California, deserve the top priority for the funding in the state of California? That's not to say that we can't be philanthropic and to give services and help to other people. But my friends, we need to take care of Californians that are here legally first. We have roughly 180,000 homeless people, about 60,000 homeless people in just Los Angeles alone. We have 25% of the nation's homeless veterans, which to me is shameful. There should not be a homeless veteran anywhere in this country, let alone in the state of California, but in California we have 10,000 homeless veterans. And instead of spending $1 billion on people that are not here legally to give them health care, we should be taking that $10 billion and as a first priority take care of those 10,000 veterans that put their lives on the line for us, that gave a blank check to go into war and ultimately potentially give their lives to the freedoms and the liberties that we all cherish. It's been mentioned that the process of getting citizenship is a very arduous process in the United States. Well, there was a difference when my grandparents and great-grandparents came to this country. They came to this country, they did all the legal paperwork that was necessary to come in. But what we have seen, what we have witnessed at the border over the past 18 months is not a migration of people into this country, but it's been an invasion of people coming into this country. And I'm sorry if I offend people when I say that, but it is an invasion of our country when you don't protect your borders, whether it's people from the south, people from the north, people from the east, people from the west, and people in the state of California, this country, are upset about it, and they have every right to be upset about it. There's only so much money to go around, and we should be prioritizing those funds for people that are legally here in this country and encourage people that want to come to this country to go through the processes like our forefathers did and coming here legally. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, we have $21 billion in revenue coming into this state, money that wasn't anticipated. And we throw out programs to help the homeless, to put roofs over people's heads, to provide health care. And I think it's very noble that we are trying to take care of people less fortunate than ourselves. But if we go with even the Assembly's version, and it's going to cost $3 billion to provide anyone who wants to come into this state with free medical care, with EBT cards to feed them, we are going to be a magnet that is going to further attract people to a state of California that's willing to write a blank check to anyone that wants to come here. And when we dilute our ability to take care of the less vulnerable that are legally here, I believe that we are doing a disservice to the citizens that legally call California their home, that are naturalized citizens of the United States. I believe that we should be giving those citizens the first priority to the $21 billion in our budgetary excesses. And if after we spend that money and we take care of our homeless populations and we take care of our veterans and we provide quality health care for all Californians, irrespective of their needs, then we should consider our humanitarian efforts. It is for these reasons that I recommend a strong no vote on SB 29.